This is Captain Roger of the SS Thomas. We just installed a new engine in the boat. We got a 4-cylinder. I'll show you real quick what we got going. We got the engine all running, everything's perfect, transmission's running. We got a little drip back there. We're gonna have to fix the stuffing box. There's the rebuilt engine, 4-cylinder, she's running. We're actually motor sailing right now. Let me adjust the steering wheel a little bit. I got to turn back the other way. I didn't hook a bungee strap to the steering wheel, so she turned on me when I was over there by the engine. So we're actually motor sailing. We got to break in this engine. So I've got the sail up to take a little bit of pressure off of the prop. I had a diver come over. One of my friends came over and dived it and had to fix the prop. So we had to pull that off the bottom of the boat while we're in the water. That worked out just fine. As you can see, we're cruising right along. This is just idle speed. See, we got water coming out. Engine's running fine. Let me come back over here. See the wake behind the boat. We're just cruising right along. And that's just idle with the jib up on the front. But I'm going to have a diver come over and clean the keel. She's got some barnacles on there, so she doesn't steer the straightest. We're down in southern Florida. We live on our boat, so we just fix one thing at a time as we go. We just got this rebuilt engine in here, so we're doing great. We're going to take her out for about an hour on the water, let the engine break in, just let it idle, push in some water. Beautiful day out here in southern Florida. It's in the 80s, probably about 82 degrees right now. It's supposed to hit almost 90 by 4 o'clock. This is sailing in southern Florida. Little wake. Look how smooth it is out here. There's barely enough wind out here to keep our sail full. That's why it's a good day to break in the engine. We're not putting any strain on the prop as it's spinning. She's just idling right along. We're going to let the engine run for an hour. I'm going to keep checking the back, make sure we got good water flow. We just don't want the motor to overheat. It's a rebuilt, so it shouldn't overheat with all the water we got flowing. We got lots of water flow. And with no strain on the motor, got a little bit of wind. There's our jib all the way up. That's it. Here's sailing. I'm just sitting on the side rail. One hand on the steering wheel. Actually, we're going slow enough I could actually put a bungee strap on there, and it'll keep us about 90% accurate. Unless we get a wind gust and then it turns a little more. Lighter breeze, then it turns the other way. So you got to keep adjusting the bungee strap whenever the wind changes on the force. Beautiful out here. This is what it's like to go sailing in southern Florida. We sail year-round down here. Right now I'm actually looking, I'm almost to the intercoastal waterway now, maybe turning south here. As I get a little closer, I can actually start turning out. There's actually a spoils area right over here. Could be only 4 feet deep, and I take 4.5 feet. So we don't want to hit the spoils area, so we're heading straight towards this side of the land mass here. Until I get in the center of the ICW, then we're going to head south. I like this. We're moving right along, just idling. Very light breeze. Once I start heading south a little bit, I can see there's more ripple on the water over there than where we're at. If you look at the actual ripple right there next to us, there's not a lot of ripple. When you look over towards the south, you can see tiny ripples on the top of the surface of the water. That's the actual wind blowing across there. So we're going to be turning here in just probably about a minute yet, and we're going to head due south, and that should put the wind at 90 degrees on our sail. So actually I can start turning right here. I don't know if you can see it in this very small video camera, $20 Walmart thing. There's a red marker over here, channel marker. That's the ICW. We want red on our right because we're heading south. And then green will be on our left. So I'm easing it around, pulling into the ICW, which is the Intercoastal Waterway. Goes from here all the way up to New York. So Florida to New York. You can take the ICW probably like 90% of the time all the way up there. Voila, this is the ICW. We just made it. We just came from way back over there. There's a little bridge over there we were anchored at, and we spent the night. And we just got the engine and the prop all running today. The engine I had running a couple of days ago, but the prop had to be fixed. We just got that fixed last night, so I fired it up today, and here we go. So what we got to do is just double check, make sure we got good water flow. Yep, that's the water coming out the back of the boat. Well, turn a little bit left. Check the engine. I left the cover off. There's a cover that goes on here. I left it off so I can keep an eye on everything. Everything looks good. Let me try something. I want to shut the... Whoa! Boat's turning the wrong way. While we're downstairs, we didn't put the bungee on. Oh, got to swing her back and catch the wind for the... There we go. Back on track again. Forgot to put the bungee on the steering wheel. So the boat started turning in a circle. I suppose with a prop spinning, the water spins in a circle. So if it's turning in a circle, I suppose it just no pressure holding the boat to go straight. The prop turns counterclockwise, and we just turned the boat counterclockwise. So we were turning with the water. So that's something to remember. So we got to counter steer a little bit for the counterclockwise of the engine. Looks good. I feel a little bit of heat coming off of there, but as long as we got good water flow and everything, she should be perfect. Alright, we're cruising right along. A couple of buildings over there on the shoreline. I think I'm spinning the wheel too far. Let's see. There's a wind gauge right up on the very top, but we're looking almost directly up into the sun. There it is. The engine running, I gotta turn the steering wheel a little bit slower. You turn it faster when you're steering with the wind. Heavier the wind, you turn quicker. Lighter wind, you turn slower. Have a great day.